Hey, how's it going, everybody? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I set up my 2PC streaming setup on Linux. Ooh, that is loud. Hopefully that didn't overpower my voice. I'm going to be showing you guys how to set up a 2PC streaming setup on Linux today. Okay, now there's two key factors that make my setup unique that I kind of discovered on my own and kind of just had to figure out. Nobody else really showed me how to do this. A lot of the videos on YouTube, they talk about running like two auxiliary cables from the gaming PC to the streaming PC, and then from the streaming PC back to the gaming PC. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that they want your headset plugged into the streaming PC, but then you need to be able to communicate in-game on the gaming PC. So you have to like route audio this way and then route it back that way, and we're not doing any of that here today. Now, first I'm going to give you a look at my actual streaming setup. This is the gaming PC. Headset plugged in to it, along with the controller. And then coming out of the graphics card, we got the HDMI into the capture card. The capture card sitting behind the monitor there, like just pinned on the wall. It is a Monster branded external capture card. It does HDMI pass-through. It's 4K 60 FPS pass-through with 1080p 60 FPS recording. So that's the quality that you guys see, while I maintain my 4K. Streaming PC down here. It's one of my older monitors. It's a Acer 27-inch, 144 Hz, 1 millisecond response time. This is the monitor that I was using when, you know, I thought I was like a competitive FPS gamer. The TV is sitting on like a mast pole VESA mount, and you can see the wheels for it here. And it's got like a crossbar with another set of wheels. The reason why I have it on this and not just a traditional wall mount is, well, one, I didn't want to put holes in the wall. That's not really a big deal anyway. You can just, you know, patch it up and whatever. But I needed a little bit of room behind the desk to put this lamp. This one lamp, it's a $15 lamp I got from Walmart. It's got like the diffused shade on it. That's my only light source. Like, the only other light you guys see is like a little bit of glare from the TV. But that's my one and only light source. This is a jelly comb. It's like a cheap eBay, Amazon webcam. It's got a built-in ring light on it, and it does do like warm, cool, cold, as well as it adjusts the brightness. But I don't use it, or the light anyway. Fifine headset, H9, with the microphones unplugged because I'm using this mic, which is also a Fifine. It's an AM8T. The T comes with the boom arm. And then we have a Fifine SC8 mixer, XLR mixer. Now, I'm not sponsored by Fifine. I just bought all their stuff just to keep things consistent. Hopefully that'll change in the near future. Maybe we'll get a sponsorship, we'll get a couple upgrades or something. I don't know if there's anything else I really need to point out on this. TV, there's a sound bar down here, that eARC HDMI from the TV to the sound bar. This is the keyboard and mouse. It's a Logitech K400 with a trackpad. That's for the streaming PC. And then we got the gaming keyboard and gaming mouse. The keyboard is a Aula AULA, and it's a 68% Hall effect keyboard. So all the keys are Hall effect. The mouse is a Razer Death Adder V3 Hyperspeed with a 1K dongle. Those are all the important things anyway. Now, as I said before, there's two things that make this setup kind of unique. Instead of doing the auxiliary cables, I have what's known as an audio short sync setup. Pactl is kind of like the terminal name for this volume controller, and that can be found just down in your menu, system, and there it is, volume control. I made a favor for it, so it's just right there. Now, inside of here, if you go to configure, you may have more, you may have less options, but the one thing that really irked me is a lot of these things were set up as like output and input, as you can see there. And what that does is it'll literally put it in both categories. So like for instance, on the outputs I was seeing my microphone, and on the inputs I was seeing my headset, and you know what I mean. That just kind of irked me, seeing the wrong thing in the wrong category. So I just, I labeled everything accordingly. And Starship Matthias is the motherboard audio. I don't use any of those ports, so I just turned it off so I don't see it. Anyway, so we'll go through what the sync is. First, we're going to list our syncs, or our short syncs, and this just basically gives you a list of the available audio outputs. So here we have the Fifine headset, and there we have the PCI HDMI, basically the graphics card. We combine them together, and then this last one just sets it as default, which is basically the same thing as just hitting the checkbox over here. So like if I hit this, you guys will still hear everything. If I hit that, I'll hear everything. If I hit this, we all hear everything. Well, since the Navi, the HDMI signal, I'll pull up the diagram. This will be easier. Okay, so we got the gaming PC, we got the headset, we got the controller, USB, and now we get into the nitty-gritty. HDMI out of the gaming PC from the graphics card goes into the capture card, capturing both video and audio. That video and audio is passed through to the TV, and then from the TV there's another HDMI cable going down to the soundbar. Now when I'm streaming, sound is traveling through here. So I take the remote for the soundbar, and I hit that mute button down there at the bottom to turn the soundbar off. So the signal still travels, the speaker just doesn't put out any sound. Now from the capture card, capturing all the video and the audio, that signal gets transmitted via USB 3.0 over to the gaming, or the streaming PC rather, sorry, where we have the webcam hooked up, USB. We got the monitor, I just labeled it as TV, via HDMI. And then from the streaming PC, there's a USB cable going up to the mixer, and then on the mixer to the mic, there's an XLR cable. V-Fine AM8 mic, dual output. Now, a lot of people, I'm not trying to fault them for this, but a lot of people misrepresent what the dual output means. A lot of them think that it's XLR or the USB-C. Fun fact, it's actually both. So that's what I got going on right now, if you can see. We got the XLR here, and we got the USB there. The USB is also what powers the RGB. So if you don't have the USB plugged in, you're not going to have your USB. As well as the mic mute that's up on top of here. Like right now the light's green. Now it's red. Now it's green. That's all for the USB cable. If I want to mute the XLR, I have to hit the mute button on the mixer. So on streams, videos, everything, like the voice, what you hear right now is the XLR. When I need to communicate in-game or via Discord, it's USB. And that goes around the backside of the TV, all the way around back to the gaming PC. So between the short sync splitting the audio, and then the microphone splitting the output, I no longer need all that auxiliary cable nonsense. What else can I show? These things are codes to put in the, or lines to put into the terminal. Don't mess with my IP. I'll be refreshing my router after this video. I'll be recording a CachyOS installation video after this as well. I'll probably refresh my router again. So this is going to be old and outdated news. Just don't bother. And I'm not going to go through the process completely, only because it'll put another streaming category in here. But literally you just copy the one, paste it in. You could hit enter, and you'll get an output. Then you copy the other one, put it in, hit enter. This last one is what sets it as default. Like I said, it's just like hitting the check boxes over here. But yeah, just one by one, just copy, paste. Copy, paste. Copy, paste. And that'll set up this profile. Typically I keep this at about 90%, as well as the HDMI source at about 90. When I first started streaming, I had it at 100, but I did have a viewer complain about like white noise or static or something along those lines. So I had to tone them down just a little bit, and that took care of it. I usually keep my headset at about 65. That's usually a pretty good point, give or take. Like, that's definitely, that's like, when I'm playing Arc Raiders, that's definitely where I have it. I think the only other thing that I could do is maybe show you some stuff from the streaming PC side. I don't know if that's really relevant or not. This is just how I got my scenes and my sources and everything made. Let's see, wrong keyboard. So we got the starting, the gaming, the streaming, the chatting, which chatting we were just in. This is the streaming. Gaming is the full screen. And then the starting, BRB, and ending, I do not have the SC8 mixer as an audio, so I can't toggle to those, and you won't be able to hear me. Yeah. A few recordings I've done, couple of these are, I forget what I'm on. I think I'm on the 3rd take for this video, just because I keep forgetting like certain little details or. But there's pretty much my main image. It's just something I found on Google. It's not really like my logo or anything. And then from there, I just added some text. You know, stream will be right back. BRB. Stream starting soon. SSS. And then I had the chatting. Well, I did too. I did chat and I did yap. Just because. Yeah. But what I ended up going with was. I ended up just using the blank image, the background image. And then made myself big and kind of made the desktop smaller. In the future, I plan on adding chat down there below me, so you guys will be able to see your comments as you're typing them. Still a work in progress, so bear with me. But yeah, as far as like my sources, I don't know which one's gonna have the most. SC8 mixer for the mic, face cam, gaming audio, and then this is the full desktop for the streaming PC vid capture. It's not just capturing a specific window or anything, it's doing everything, so if I get out of here you guys can see what I'm doing. And I can't actually select that and show it to you without it toggling. Basically, there's just also a GPC GPC vid capture for everything that gets captured from over there. But yeah, everything's real basic, real fundamental. This desktop audio is for the streaming PC desktop. I don't really have anything going on over there, so I just usually keep that muted. Gaming PC audio and the microphone, because those are the two main things you guys need to hear. Since I'm capturing all of the gaming PC, this will capture the game, this will capture Discord, this will capture everything. And then this is just the mic for me talking. And I really think that is just the gist of it, guys. We'll just kind of we'll use this full screen instead of the chat, just to kind of give you one more quick look at everything. That just makes the screen bigger. It's not going to make the text bigger. What is that, like control and plus? Yeah. So in case any of you need to copy that, or kind of, well, I don't know if these numbers are going to be the same. Like, obviously the headset's not going to, you know, your headset may vary. But if you list your short syncs, you'll combine the sync. You'll where's my... This is where you get the information from. So, like, for instance, you can see this is stereo. I didn't want to do that necessarily, but why isn't it highlighting all of it? Anyway, you get the idea. everything from here. That is so weird. Why is it doing that? I guess the point that I'm trying to say is that this green box isn't really important. But, yeah, you'll find your audio outputs. You'll identify them, combine them, put it in this combined sync, set it as default. A lot of this I ended up figuring out with a little bit of help with ChatGPT. So if you show ChatGPT something like this and then you show them your actual audio outputs, it may be able to kind of do the guesswork for you. But yeah, that's the gist of it, guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything you need to ask me about the setup, feel free to do so. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And I think that's going to sum up the video. And in case I don't see you later, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. If you know what movie that's from, let me know down in the comments. Oh, and I'm back again. You can't get rid of me that easy. This is actually future editor me here. After I finalized the video, I just wanted to also point out the fact that in another video, I will be doing the full OBS, how to set your stream up, how to make all your scenes and sources. So that'll be coming after this video. It in itself was about another half-hour video, so I thought about tacking it onto this one, but I don't want like all my stream or like all my videos to be like an hour plus, or you know, so it'll be another upload. See you guys later.